to start painting how things can be done under them.
You're not gonna fucking force me to do a fucking job.
Had this been a Democratic president and a Democratic number of cabinet members, they would be going.
Like, you're not gonna force me to do a fucking job, ass bag. Ought to be ashamed of yourself, bitch.
Way too many emojis for a bunch of adult men. But with all those people on the chain, not a single person on there protested. Not a single person on there was smart enough to say we should not do it. And that's disturbing.
Wow. Good point. There's not an emoji for that. Thumbs up. You said, Adam, Eli, thank you. Mark, please stand by. Up next, the administration comes up with a legal argument for more revealing information about the deportation work. Plus, that critical court hearing today, and one federal judge telling Trump's Department of Justice that not to consider better than migrants being deported.
And I got news for you. It's back. Let's think of some new games to play. What do you got?
Yes, something like,
what?
I've got news for you. Saturday at 9 on CNN. Artificial intelligence is vital to America's economic future. We must lead in developing AI, including open and closed source models. As the global
boobs, and we were like, I was just motherfucking growing boobs because I was on hormones. So, but I didn't tell people that I was on hormones. I just got on them. But they saw these tits growing. So we talked about that a bit. And then we went to, what else did we talk about? How did your family take it? And he was like, that was super, super young. He was like, and I know people, because people was wearing it out in school, I know people were wearing it out in your family. So he didn't know that I was in a group home during the time that I was in high school. So I told him, yes. I was like, I didn't live with my family. I lived in a group home. He was like, oh, that's why you had your apartment when you was 17. I was like, yes, because I got emancipated and I was able to get out on my own because I was legal. When I got emancipated, I was legally adult. He was like, I always wondered that because you was the only person in high school who had their own apartment. And that was crazy. Like, I had never seen nobody do that. Because I was like, how you even do that? I was like, yeah, because I was emancipated. So,
oh wow, that is definitely a sight.
then
Bitch.
we start. So it started to get where we was going back and forth, and I was like, yo, here's my number. Just talk. Let's talk. So we get on the phone, and I'm like, all right. So I
Here we go.
And he gives me the story about how he fell in love with his wife and how they started. Because she actually was on birth control, but she got pregnant anyway. But they weren't ready for kids, but she was on birth control. But they got pregnant anyway. What else? Yeah. They fell in love.
This. Go to grabfridayplans.com before they change.
It was a cute romantic little situation. He met her when he was 14, and they were friends for a very, very long time. And then once they got in their 20s, it just grew. They worked together at this restaurant. And he was talking to a girl, and she was talking to the dude that she was pregnant with. And they were one night. She was supposed to come over with a friend to his mother's 60th birthday. And when they were supposed to come over, the other friend backed out and she came over there by herself. So she came to his mother's 60th birthday. His girlfriend was there But she was big. She just was, you know, the way he described it was, she just was so like, he just basically said it was just something about her that was just different than his girlfriend. So he walked her out of the, he walked her out to the car, and in the car, they kissed. This one kiss, and he was like, I broke up with my girlfriend the next day. And just focused all my energy on her. He was like, I broke up with my girlfriend, focused all my energy on her. We fell in love and stayed together. She had her baby. She had her baby a year before this moment. And then, so I just adopted her baby. We got married. Adopted her baby. That's my daughter. I raised her from 1 year old. So I consider both of these girls my daughter. And yeah, but eventually over years, he says that she ended up sleeping with his best friend behind his back, and his uncle caught him and told him. And told him, and they broke up their marriage. But she wasn't the only one that was cheating. He was also exploring his sexuality. So while she was cheating with his best friend, he was cheating with a piece of trash that he met on the chat line.
Just one, huh? Thought the drug laws were keeping us full. Come on.
That he is getting his back blown out. They both first, so they both get their back blown down. They both gobbling meat. And that relationship lasts for about 15 years. So the marriage was like 20 years, and the relationship with the Witch Queen was 15 of those 20 years. And 10 of those 20 years, she was messing with the best friend. So they both were cheating on each other with separate people, and found out about, well, he found out about the friend, and then he came clean about him and the Witch Queen. So they got divorced about 2 years ago. So much for that. The facility's on alert. You move for Rishkovsky. He tells me the story about his wife, and then he goes into the love story about the man. So they met on the chat line. They met on the chat line. At first, you know, they both boys. Like, if you see both of them, they both just look like regular straight boys. So he was like, because I've never been in this kind of situation, I wasn't ready to do all this stuff in the beginning. So it took us about, you know what I'm saying, he was like, about the first 5 years.
To contest their deportation from the country. The problem that Judge Millett was raising is you have to be able to do that. If you're in detention, you're going to need to get access to a telephone. And perhaps the most important thing is you have to know that you're about to be deported, and you have to know that you're about to be deported to a different country than the one you're a native of or a citizen of. And remember, these are Venezuelan citizens, or that's what the government's telling us. And they were sent to El Salvador, which is not the country that they came to the U.S. from, and put in a prison there. And people either didn't know about that in advance, or if they did, it was within hours before the flight. And so the point that was being made again and again at the hearing today by Judge Millett and the lawyers for the ACLU was that, you know, you need some amount of notice here to do that. And if you look at cases involving the other uses of this law, there was, in fact, some opportunity for people to protest. And here it doesn't seem as a practical matter that there was.
Let's talk about this idea of state secret privilege. It's a fancy way of saying, I'm not tell you anything. It's about national security. You know, it's either above your pay grade or whatever way of saying, I can tell you, but I have to kill you, right? Colloquially. This is being said now to the judges as a reason to shut down any further discussion. In fact, Attorney General Pam Bondi and other DOJ officials are now invoking that very notion. Does that mean that Judge Boasberg, for example, has no other means to get the information?
Well, I mean, he can hold people in contempt. He could say that the record in front of him doesn't justify what the Justice Department and the other agencies did, and that therefore he's going to proceed to hold them in contempt. And they have to prove that they complied with his order because he thinks that they violated it. So that's one step that he could take. But the information they're saying is subject to state secrets here is not only diplomatic national security information, but it seems to me one of the questions they're refusing to answer even is hard to believe, Laura, is what time did Trump sign this proclamation, declaring this gang to be subject to the Alien Enemies Act? They say it was sometime on Friday, March 14th. They won't even say exactly when, which is pretty important given the sequence of events here. And it's hard to be a true, national secret.
Important point. Let's get Judge looks at it. Josh Gerstein, thank you so much.
Or you're again. What?
Fight or cut a deal. This has a very real choice that law firms are face President Trump turns them into a brand new target. And later, the downfall of 23andMe, how the company with the DNA of millions of people went bankrupt.
We were just kind of doing oral and jacking off and da-da-da. We weren't doing any of the penetration stuff. He was like, but we kind of broke it off. We kind of got into it one time and we kind of broke it off for like 3 years. And then I seen him again. He said I seen him again at the mall one time, like maybe 3 years after we stopped talking to each other. He was like, I walked into the mall and he was paying for something at the register. And I got butterflies in my stomach. That's how he described it. I got butterflies in my stomach and I saw him. And I realized I walked up, we saw each other and we kind of reconnected and exchanged numbers. And all of those old feelings came back. And I was like, oh, you love him. You miss him. And he's laughing because, I'm making the conversation funny. And he talks about how when they rekindle back together, they went further. So instead of it just being, oral and jacking out, they both went further. So I asked him, I said, so what's the other boy giving? Like, you giving Mary download trade. Is he a bush queen? Like, is he out? And so he was like, Diamond, that's the problem. Like, he lived with a nigga. And he be trying to lie and say that they not together, they just live together. But in the beginning of our relationship, they were together. And they still live together. And so now he says they just roommates. And he was like, because I'm like the download nigga over here with my wife, it's not like I'm going to pull up and check and see what's going on. But he be selling it to me like they not, but they live in the same house together. And now that I'm in the closet, per se, and I'm trying to push for something more, he keeps bullshitting. So it's starting to, so basically, he download, not I would say he download, him and his trade is living together. And it was cool because I don't ever have to get you mixed involved in our situation. This is all happening in India. I don't need to get you mixed involved in our situation because you got your wife and I'm here. But now that you ain't got no wife, you trying to make me do something else to end my little situation. And so this has created a clash in the relationship because my friend is like, really done came out with everybody and now we can be together like we have been talking about for the past 15 years. And now you want some, this is my roommate. You gotta give me some time. And da-da-da-da. If it's your roommate, what the fuck is up? What you need time so you can figure it out? No. because he's not your roommate. He's 40 your roommate. So that's the situation he in. He done blocked him and not talking to him, but he still loves him. He still loves him and still want to be with him, I think. And so,
now you can save on Cox Internet when you add Cox Mobile, which means fiber-powered internet at home and unbeatable 5G reliability on the go. Do more without spending more. Get Cox Internet for just $35 a month when you add Cox Mobile.
and it was my turn. So he spent the beginning of the conversation on the phone talking about that. And then once we got to the end of his two love stories, now he wants to talk about me. So the first one that I talk about is the one that he's more familiar with, which is my high school trade area. So we go through the conversation because he never knew, because I never talked to him about the details of that. He never knew until it all transpired. So we talked about that. And then I talked to him about Jonathan, which was my who I consider my first mutual love. Like, Gerald and Eric was like, we loved each other, but that was young and it wasn't open. It was just a strange.
Trump is making it clear that's a law firm.
I just think that the law firms have to behave themselves, and we prove that. We have others that want to make a settlement also. They, having to do with the election and other things, they behave very badly, very wrongly. And I appreciate the one, these are the biggest firms, and they all came back realizing that they did wrong.
Back with the National Security Attorney, Mark Zaid. Okay, so what does behave mean?
No, I'm not a big law firm, so I'm not going to cave to the President of the United States. Wow, what does that mean? I guess it means to do what he wants rather than to actually represent our clients.
What's the risk of that? This question is almost rhetorical, but go ahead.
Well, as Congressman Kinser said, where he said he lost his security clearance Friday, even though he didn't have one, because members of Congress don't have security clearances. I lost my clearance. I was in that same message from the White House Friday night. For the third time I have apparently lost my security clearance. In fact, I'm the only one of the group of people so far, of the lawyers, who generally is up against every administration. I'm not a partisan. I go after every administration since the Clinton administration.
But losing a security clearance can be very detrimental to any practice. Why have you been able to survive that theoretically as opposed to big law?
So, well, they're more about money than, frankly, than I am, although money's great. It's nice to have.
Yes, baby faces from Indianapolis. Absolutely. Jonathan was my first, we both open in love with each other. But I consider him my first love is that way. And we try to living together, we trying to make it work. So that's the first person I did. And then I told him about my marriage. Which was weird shit. And so, yeah, we have just this long ass, literally. We started at 6 o'clock and we go all the way to 3 o'clock in the morning last night. And we just talk about everything. It's just so dope. And so by the end of the conversation, he was like, man, I feel like this is like some fake shit. Because soon as I come out the fucking closet, as soon as I come out, and now my life is open, I run into the motherfucker who I need. He was like, I don't have any queer friends, and I don't have anybody to talk to about anything. And because I haven't really been in the life, it's not like I can't go to any clubs or whatever.
The fuck?
But he was like, I just don't have any friends. I don't have any, I've been living the married and wife life. So only motherfuckers I have is my family and my church family. And so it is really fucking strange that I run into you or you decide to hit me up soon as I get all in order. Like he said, I just got a new job. I'm working. He's working for the bus company in Indianapolis because he just got his CDLs. He was like I'm literally starting a whole new chapter of my life where I'm on a clean slate. I'm out in the open. I'm not hiding nothing. There's no secrets. I'm single, but I don't have a support system to talk to about this portion of my life, and then bam, you come back in my life. Please don't ever not be my friend. I want us to be friends for the rest of our life. Please, please, because we've been friends, but me just reconnecting with you, I just want us to be friends. And I was like, that is so sweet. And I don't mind it. But, I fall out with bitches, so if we fall out, bitch, we gonna fall out. So I don't know if it's forever, but right now, we good, yeah. We gonna be the best. We gonna be the best of friends. Come on. So yes, that was what happened to me last night. That is the story of me and my friend Andrew, and he is so sweet. And I hope that this new chapter in his life is going to be so sweet, full of. And I asked him if he's on prep, baby. Make sure you get on your prep. He says, yes, I just got on my prep. Since I'm going to be out of these streets, I'm getting on my prep, and I'm on my, you know what I'm saying? I'm on prep. That's what it is. I was like, come on. Yes. You really meant a lot to him. Yes. I didn't know, but I thought that was so cute. I thought it was so cute. So that's what happened last night. And so, yeah. I really hope that he moved to Houston so we could be Kiki buddies. And it'd be cute because I always get friends to move to Houston. Like most of my friends that I have had in my life, they all end up moving to Houston. Like almost every single one. They all end up moving to Houston. So this would be cute for him to move to Houston. Go along with the theme of my life. Bring all my friends. Come, come, come. I love that. But yes, I wanted to tell y'all a story because I tell y'all that story because it's so sweet and so nice. I want to use it so bad. It's lit. Yeah, Houston is lit.
Why would you assume that there's a lake?
Why would they call it the Lakeview? I love Houston. Like, can't nobody ever say anything bad about Houston to me. All right, let me. What is his sign? What is his sign? Oh, I don't know. I don't know.
Hello? What? It is. That car is smoking. No, man. Fuck, we're a job all day. I spent like a whole hour stuck in Genesis. You just gotta sit back and fire it up, brother. Don't give me that high and mighty shit.
I'm so confused. What is that? I can't get it up. Aiden Ross just shouted you out. Who is that? I'm so confused. What was that gif of? You can't get it up? Who said that? Who said that? Yeah, because you said that. Like what? I'm so confused. Let's start over, Joe. What's up, Joe? Let's start there. You can't be serious. About what? Well, I haven't been on Twitter in forever. Ooh, I just want to know what my package is. That's the real question I have. Where is my package? Because my package should have been here. Like, what is going on? And then I want more stuff. I gotta stop buying shit. I really do. Ooh, fuck no. Not buying this. That's definitely gonna go on sale. Like definitely, it's gonna go on sale. That must have been last year's. Or no. Bitch, who told you to stop? That's another thing. Who told you to fucking stop? With who? Baby, I'm a lady. I don't fucking drive. Bitch, you gonna be driving this Daisy, bitch. Oh no. Not Dick Hardest. Oh no. Get in,
He's a
bitch.
Capricorn.
I really don't like this one.
Yeah, his birthday is Christmas. He's a Capricorn. And I get along with Capricorns. Capricorns, any water sign I get along with, and earth signs I'm really good with. Yeah. Capricorns, I'm cool as hell with Capricorns. I got a couple of Capricorn friends. Long-term Capricorn friends. I'm a Capricorn. I love other Caps. We are selfish in that way. We are selfish. Yeah, I don't know, like, Capricorns are needy.
The fuck?
I've transferred control of the cameras over to you. We don't have very long, so scan the area quick and make sure you know where the guards are. The guards will raise the alarm if they see anything suspicious. If the alarm goes, we're blown. Look out for their sight lines and take them out in pairs if you have to. But you only need to drop them if they're in the way. The aim is to get the insurgent to the bay at the rear of the facility. Clear a path to the bay. For the facility and its primary generator. It's where the EMP will do the most damage and where it's least likely to be discovered. The more damage the EMP does, the longer the lights will be out, and the higher our chances of a successful mission. You only need to take out the guards in your way. Alright, good luck. Get to work. You're doing well. Keep it up.
Concentration is key, people. Take an amphetamine if you have one. Get familiar with your surroundings. She'll be back here soon. Visualize your goal. Let's do this. Stay quiet. Keep moving. The security panel to get the insurgent into the bay. Go to work on it. Installed. Pull out. There's a Merryweather team inbound. They have no reason to suspect you. Do not engage. Connection. They're seeing live images on the security feed.
We did it, Joe. We did it.
I'm there to see my husband. I am to see my husband. I'm there to see my husband. I am.
Oh, girl. Y'all faking beards now. Lord Jesus.
Anything I can do for you, boss?
What you carrying lately? All right, let's talk. Hey, do you think of money? Nah, what the hell am I thinking? Looking good, kid.
Oh, hey,
Damn,
Rainbow.
I'm not
What's the
taking
deal?
Los Santos Transit anymore.
Friend vibe.
No kidding. Didn't you?
Yeah, I was a pirate last week. Stiletto pop on every
You're
aisle.
cute. It's just not about that. Look, I'm just bitch. Who you calling
Word.
a bitch?
Just no good hi-fi anymore.
Just need to find a man that will shut the fuck up for 2
I don't let
seconds.
any man
Hold
call
on,
me
I
that,
hear
darling.
you. Go
I'm a
figure.
proud
The
black.
traffic in the city
Now that
is
car
full
is
of
just so
secrets.
sexy. No, you need to
All
apologize
right, look,
for the
I have to
dis-
hit you back.
Hello?
Ciao, ciao.
I'm
still trying to find
hang
Mr.
up
Right.
on me, but these fools are so wrong lately.
I feel you.
Hey, honey, how's it going?
I'm mad tight, yo. I caught Randall with some gutter-ass hoe. I got cast in a sneaky footwear commercial.
Baby, I'll get my icy cream. Because I want my icy cream. I want my icy cream.
Okay, so we're going for the charges. Head out to Calafia Bridge and I'll come back with a POA.
I want my icy cream. I want my icy cream.
The bridge is a nice, tidy place to get it done. Not many places they can go, but plenty of options for you. You can station people at vantage points, block the road, and wait for them to roll into the trap. You can to damage that truck at all, okay? I'll be in touch when there's a target about a click out from the bridge.
You was knocked out.
They're on the way. Roll out some flypaper, start thinking some nasty thoughts, and do whatever you're gonna do. More guys incoming. They called backup. You got the truck? Okay, bring it to Page. Fucking Merryweather! They must have access to satellite imagery. They know where you are and they're coming.
No.
Way. Not in a way that annoys. They can be needy, but I sometimes you like Gemini. I don't have any Gemini friends. I don't really ever connect with Gemini. Not with this, but it's never negative or positive. I just never connect with them. Like there's no Gemini. I know some Gemini, but it's never a connection. Like it's not like, oh, we got chemistry, let's be friends. It's not bad or it's good. It's never nothing. Yeah, all my friends are.
Liberty Mutual, all she talks about is 1,500 by bundling our home and auto insurance.
It's pronounced Liberty. Liberty. Nice try, kid. Only pay for what you
Liberty, liberty, liberty. Ordinary antiperspirants can't fight sweat better than secret clinics. So don't rush it without sweating it.
In my life, like span of my life, most of my friends have been walking. Damn. Is I mean, I kept on Cancer. Ty is she's a Gemini Cancer cusp, but I think she's a Cancer. Because she's right on the cusp of Gemini and Cancer. But I think her birthday falls that year on Cancer. Cancer, Mario was a Cancer, Brandon was a Cancer. Like most of my closest people were Cancers. Brianna is a Sagittarius. Brianna Jenkins, cool, and so she's my only Sagittarius. My mom was a Sagittarius, so I know how to deal with Sagittarius. But Brianna is like the first Sagittarius that I have befriended, because usually I don't be getting along with them. But I think I get along with Brianna because we got good communication. And me and Brianna ain't gotta talk all the time. We gonna chick, you know what I'm saying? We gonna chit chat. It's just we work well together. What about Virgos? Gerald was a Virgo, so my cisgender girlfriends are a lot of them. Janicia, she's a Sagittarius, so her and Brianna are the two Sagittariuses that's in my life now that I consider friends. Virgos, my cisgender girls are both Virgos, like Money, Queen, Rosalind. I have a lot of cisgender friends that are Virgos, cis women. I know you work well with Libras. I do work well with Libras, but from a distance. I have a lot of chemistry with Libras, but we do not work well long term. We have to. It gotta be from a distance. We gotta. I fall in love with Libras easily, but Libras are toxic. Can I be your Gemini friend? Sure. Who else? People who I don't normally.
Let's get the EMP in the LAPV to HLAR. The LAPV is still at the safe house on North Calafia. Obviously, this is a malware-style attack, so we need to get the Trojan in without it being identified. It's a genuine Merryweather insurgent with no obvious signs of tampering, so once it's in place, it shouldn't be flagged as suspicious. Until it's too late, that is. We're providing you with suppressed firearms to make a minimum noise impact when dealing with guards. The rest is up to you. If there are guards in each other's sight lines, you'll need to coordinate your takedowns. Standard procedure for a gang of no-good criminals like us, I'm sure, but I thought worth a mention. This is almost my favorite part of the process, putting on the finishing touches. It's like the night before Christmas, or the morning before a test. Yeah, I got a degree. In prison. The anticipation is killing me, so I guess we're all in danger. You'll be happy to know we got a good price for the Hydra. That jet's a collector's item. Real nostalgic appeal. I just hope it gets used what it was built for, you know? That it's out there bombing orphanages instead of sitting in mothballs appreciating in value. The buyer does have a questionable human rights record, mind you. So here's hoping he's not just rolling it out for air shows.
No. Oh, I'm the high man.
Everyone, get the insurgent and get over to Humane Labs. You see the EMP glowing in the truck? That's our payload. You should think of this as a dress rehearsal. You're getting a feel for the props. The stage will be set. You're working with the other actors. Only this is the kind of dress rehearsal where if you screw up, you die. Hey, man whose name we don't know. If we're breaking into the lab now, why don't we just go for the target? Because you'll die. Either Merryweather will kill you, or I will kill you for shitting on my carefully constructed plan. You're approaching the target. Pull up outside and we'll talk logistics. We've hacked in and put the CCTV on a loop. It won't be stable for long, so you'll have to move quick. Let me show you. I'm sending you the live feed. I've transferred control of the cameras over to you. We don't have very long, so scan the area quick and make sure you know where the guards are. The guards will raise the alarm if they see anything suspicious. If the alarm goes, we're blown. Look out for their sight lines and take them out in pairs if you have to, but you only need to drop them if they're in the way. The aim is to get the insurgent to the bay at the rear of the facility. Clear a path to the bay. There are multiple Merryweather guards between you and the bay. The bay is near the main switchboard for the facility and its primary generator. It's where the EMP will do the most damage and where it's least likely to be discovered. The more damage the EMP does, the longer the lights will be out, and the higher our chances of a successful mission. You only need to take out the guards in your way. All right, good luck. Get to work. There are multiple Merryweather guards between you and the bay. The bay is near the main switchboard for the facility, and its primary generator is where the EMP will do the most damage and where it's least likely to be discovered. The more damage the EMP does, the longer the lights will be out, and the higher our chances of a successful mission. You only need to take out the guards in your way. You're doing well. Keep it up. Stay quiet. Keep moving. Concentration is key, people. Take an amphetamine if you have one. Visualize your goal. Let's do this. Get familiar with your surroundings. You'll be back here soon. You'll need to hack the security panel to get the insurgent into the bay. Go to work on it.
Oh shit.
Okay. So, are you ready? This should be pretty easy. I've kept it simple since you all seem pretty simple in a good way. In a good straight ahead, low IQ kind of. Oh no, that's no.
Alright, here we go. The one we've all been waiting for. Alright, put your masks on when you get in the bank. Then crowd control. You're on, well, crowd control. You get in their faces. Shout at them. Shoot near them if you have to. Just try not to kill them. Mind you, that wouldn't be cool. Demolitions, Hacker. Your first job's to subdue the guards. Again, try and do it without killing them. And when that's done, go downstairs and hit the vault. I've given you special carbines with suppressors. Use them wisely. Like I said, this is a big deal, people. Don't fuck it up.
All right, dude.
Again, try not to kill the hostages. If this goes to shit, we'll need collateral. The guards are down? Okay, demolitions, blow the first gate. Charges are on a timer, keep that in mind. Remember, the gates you're going through are a special alloy. Only the thermal charges you got from the convoy will work on them. Stay in control. They think you're weak, they might try something. What did I
Oh shit.
Right now, we're talking about lines of demarcation. We're talking about power plant ownership. Some people are saying the United States should own the power plant and then work it that way because we have the expertise, et cetera, et cetera. It's okay. That would something like that would be fine with me.
Yeah, even if Russia and Ukraine can find agreement on this 30-day partial ceasefire, no attacks on energy or shipping, the demands each side is making for an end to the war are so completely at odds with each other, they seem irreconcilable. So even for a possible diplomatic to the end of the fighting, is that actually even going to happen? Or will this conflict just simply evolve into a new phase of war?
Well, some do believe, and this would be kind of a bad scenario for Europe, especially, that this could turn into what's called a frozen conflict. And you have these frozen conflicts in other former Soviet republics, now independent nations, even in the American administration, which eventually will find how hard this is, would want that either. But how you solve it, John, you're talking about these long-term issues, and they really are long-term, and they are very, very complex. So, again, the prediction is this will be very hard fought diplomatically for quite a long time, unless the Americans really put the pressure on the Ukrainians to give up what Steve Witkoff, who is the U.S. Special Representative for Russia, called the elephant in the room, which is scary.
So I would say I have been so lucky to do it, fought so hard not to do so long. I feel the story about that. Thank you. A quick note, White House officials, he did make the right to graduation classified. First shot yesterday, chief of the news publication, in a quick chat on open source free messaging app called Signal, also the use non-government voice. Well, this may seem obvious. Well, a small group of senior administration officials, including the Fed Secretary, Vice President, Secretary of State, National Security Advisor, and others, regularly added a reporter from the Atlantic magazine who was discussing on active plans for a major military strike on the Defense Secretary denied anyone intending a war plan, but the administration has admitted the remedy to get on them. Well, the committee is an exclusive messaging app that makes reference to government officials. It's normal to be high correlation with national security midnight, the messages reveal information about an imminent strike on Houston target in Yemen, including references to confirming the sequence of attacks. Atlantic Editor Chief General
I didn't know what it was or who it was, but what I did know was that the obvious things that we don't understand are that people start training in the States. See, it's not ultimately is why would they do this? Why would they do this at this game? And why would they put the other shove it on the watch? Well, then it's just President Trump saying he has the utmost confidence in his national security advisor, Mike Waltz, after a day-long period of incrimination of the government. Thousands here at the White House having the discussion about military planning for the bombing of Yemen with a reporter from the magazine who was invited into this chat on Monday. The president
I know nothing about it. But whether the president knew it or not is not the central question here, because White House officials are reviewing the use of this encrypted app that these conversations were taking place. Republicans and Democrats on Capitol Hill raising questions about how highly sensitive, perhaps even classified information could be discussed in this manner, with so many administration officials, including the vice president, who raised questions about the attack in Yemen. The secretary.
Use the bikes to get away from the cops and to get upstate. When you left the dinghy at Raton Canyon, that's your exit plan. There's a route coming to your GPS now. It'll take you off-road, away from the cops, and towards our boat. Stay together or go a different way if you want, but this will be the safest route. Remember, the bikes have KERS. They store up energy to accelerate when you brake. Should help put some road between you and those red and blues. Go, go, go, go, go, go, go! Don't look back, just go! There's nothing good behind you. You get away from the city, you get away from the cops.
Here's State Marco Rubio, the CIA director, the director of national intelligence. Tuesday on Capitol Hill, senators will be questioning the CIA director and the DNI director, asking them about this and other worldwide threats. Now, there is no question this is one of the biggest security breaches we have seen, at least in modern technological times here. When the editor of The Atlantic was invited into this group chat, he removed himself from that and did not disclose the security information. The White House has launched some attacks against him. He's long been a critic of this president. But there is no doubt it's the beginning of this conversation. Certainly extraordinary day in Washington. Jeff Zeleny, CNN, the White House. Well, Goldberg says he did not publish highly sensitive classified information out of concern for U.S. national security. This was still a major breach of security. And earlier, I seen senior national security analyst Julie Kayyem how this could have happened in the first place.
Here's the thing that no one is talking about, or not enough people are talking about, because I use Signal, because we're both in this space. There's detailed plans, presumably on a secure computer, that really don't need to be shared with that group. That's a large group. It includes the chief of staff. It includes the deputy chief of staff, people who don't need to know the operational details. Somehow it gets from a, what we call a high side classified computer into Signal. Now, you can't do that many ways. It either means that he emailed it to himself or he downloaded it. So I think one of the reasons why you're seeing Hegseth come on so strong, even denying things that the White House has already confirmed, that in fact the conversation did take place, is because of these really egregious classified material breaches.
I want you to listen to the reaction from Hegseth and to this report, this article in The Atlantic magazine. Here we go.
You're talking about a deceitful and highly discredited so-called journalist who's made a profession of peddling hoaxes time and time again, to include the hoaxes of Russia, or the fine people on both sides hoax, or it's suckers and losers hoax. So this is the guy that peddles in garbage. This is what he does.
Well, the US president reposted a tweet from Elon Musk, which was mocking The Atlantic magazine. He wrote, the best place to hide a dead body is on page 2 of The Atlantic because no one ever goes there. Musk actually lifted that from someone else. It seems that neither the president nor the defense secretary is addressing the real problem here.
Yeah. No, it's not. I mean, they look, they're on offense. Remember, this is a group of people who have allegiance to Trump, but not to each other. And we've seen it before in the Trump administration. The knives are out amongst themselves. This is not going to be fun to watch. It is not. It's not pretty. But that's what happens when you put exceptionally lazy, unqualified, and sloppy people in these high positions.
Israel is planning a massive new ground offensive in Gaza. Coming up, details of the potential scenarios being considered by military planners. Back in a moment.
Are you sitting right now? It could be harming your health. Back pain, stress, and serious health risks can build up from sitting too long. But motion changes everything. Introducing Ready Rocker with its patented Rock Perfect design that supports your spine, as it helps improve posture, relieve back pain, boost circulation, and release endorphins for your overall well-being, no matter where you are. Lightweight, portable, and covered in memory foam, Ready Rocker instantly transforms any chair or space into a healthier sitting experience.
Sitting too long isn't just uncomfortable, it's unhealthy. With Ready Rocker, we make sitting a healthier experience for people of all ages.
From soothing babies to helping with posture, back pain, and stress, we discovered that rocking can truly improve lives.
Sitting is the new smoking. A sedentary lifestyle, whether you're sitting at a desk or in a vehicle all day, is not good for the body to just stay in that same position. And that's why the Ready Rocker is so effective. The rocking motion constantly keeps you active and helps you ease pain, reduces stress. It actually releases endorphins in the brain. It's a mood booster.
I used to be in pain all the time, but with Ready Rocker, I felt relief. And I'm in a better mood. I take it everywhere.
can literally feel the stress being taken off my joints while rocking. My back stopped hurting, my arthritis felt better. It's just wonderful.
Now you can join the movement that's changing lives and helping thousands find relief. Call now or go online to get 35% off your purchase. We'll even ship it for free. Plus, you'll get this bonus seat cushion.
Ready Rocker is changing lives one rock at a time.
Now it's your turn to experience the relief for yourself.
Call 1-800-591-8973 or go to GetReadyRocker.com. That's 1-800-591-8973 or go to GetReadyRocker.com. Call now.
Stay tuned to get this 5-piece bakeware set, a $60 value, absolutely free. Tired of that pan that always sticks? It's so scratched and worn, you can't cook in it.
Hi, Chef Daniel Green here with my new hammer pans from Gotham Steel. This complete 9-piece set is guaranteed to beautify your kitchen like never before.
Gosh, what I love most about this design is this hammered copper look. It would just look so fantastic hanging in my kitchen.
Wow, this is a beautiful pan. It looks great. Look at those eggs dancing around in there. I tell you, I'm sold. Where do I get these? I love them.
Hammer pans are ultra non-stick. Nothing sticks. Even gooey mac and cheese slips out with ease. And look, these sticky candies melted with a torch are no match for hammer pans. Plus, they're super durable, so use metal beaters straight in the pan for a gourmet souffle that slips out and a pan that looks just like new. They're even oven safe up to 500 degrees. So bake homemade chicken pot pie, cheesy lasagna, or this whole chicken dinner. Any recipe looks great in these pans. From steak flambe to delicious desserts and delicate fish, nothing sticks. Plus, the entire set is dishwasher safe and PFOA free.
Similar sets are over $1,000, but you won't pay that. Not $500 or even $300. Get the full 9-piece Gotham Steel hammered set for just 5 payments of $49.99, and we'll even ship it to you free. But order now and we'll drop 1 payment. That's just 4 payments of $49.99, and we'll even guarantee it for a full 10 years. Plus, we'll include this free steamer and strainer. And our 5-piece bakeware set with every pan you'll ever need to make delicious breads, cakes, and desserts. Together, these are an $80 value. Yours 100% free. That's a huge 15-piece set with free shipping. Call or click now.
To order, call 1-800-807-6648 or go to buyhammered.com. That's 1-800-807-6648, or you can order online at buyhammered.com.
Grief isn't talked about much, but that's what my podcast is all about.
Gaza back into those very same areas that they had previously cleared of Hamas militants. And so this time, Israeli officials are envisioning a long-term occupation of some of those areas, which could, according to military experts, bog down the Israeli military in a months-long or even years-long fight against insurgencies and a long-term occupation of large swaths of the Gaza Strip. It's not clear that the Israeli public has an appetite for such a large-scale return to war, though. In fact, numerous polls have showed that a majority of Israelis would prefer to see a hostage deal that also ends the war in Gaza rather than a return to this kind of an all-out war. But the Israeli prime minister's priorities may be in a different place. His right-wing governing coalition, key figures in it, have been pushing for exactly this kind of a large-scale ground offensive in Gaza, long-term occupation of the Gaza Strip as well. But even before any kind of large-scale ground offensive happens, we've watched as Israeli troops have begun to carry out some ground operations in both northern and southern Gaza, and also those airstrikes very much still continuing. 2 Palestinian journalists were in fact killed by Israeli strikes on Monday, according to several of Gaza journalist unions. This is the latest attack on journalists that we have seen play out in the Gaza Strip. The Israeli military previously claimed that Hossam Shabbat, one of those journalists, was affiliated with Hamas, but provided no verifiable evidence that he was actively involved with the group. CNN has reached out to the Israeli military for additional comment. Jeremy Diamond, CNN, Jerusalem.
In a moment, they're going for the dog sled races. US Second Lady just wants to enjoy Greenland's culture. Meet the people. Forget all that talk by the US President about annexation.
They get along with Aquarius. really, really well with Leos in those type of in a house. Wow.
How to get spotted up to 200 lows. Grab an ice cream to celebrate.
House is your Venus in. Like mine is in Pisces. I'm Pisces, Virgo rising, and Venus in Pisces too. So what?
Their knowledge.
Yeah. It's just your opinion, view, judgment of something that is not necessarily a fact. But what you said is a fact. You are initiated as a priestess of that religion. So that is a fact. You've been initiated. It's like me saying I'm trans. It's a fact. Now, your opinion on what trans is, trans or what trans should exist, that can be an opinion. But I am a trans woman. That's what I am. So that's just the facts of the issue. But congratulations, I think that's dope. I think I know a trans mama priestess though, but I don't want to. She might be in something else. I'm not 100% for sure. It might be something else, but I think it might be Palo, but I don't know. I can't remember. I think it was that. I think I know a trans priestess in that regard, but I'm not 100% for sure. So I don't know. But yes, congratulations. I think that's dope. I think we should have more trans initiates. I remember I had a trans girl who they made her head, but they made her wear heels. I know one initiate they didn't. They let her go through just regular women, cisgender women kind of rights where she can, she had a year white. But in my other homegirl, hers, this wasn't hoodoo, this was E5. Hers, they made her wear, Eli made her wear pants. For her year white, she couldn't wear dresses, which I thought was weird. I told her I wouldn't have went with them. I would have left. But she trusted the divination. She says I can wear pants, I can wear dresses now, but during my year of white, during the divination of what my parameters was doing, it said I had to wear pants. So I was like, okay. Done. I think cheese is highly overrated, but I don't belong on or in half the shit that it is in. Interestingly, you should move to China. China doesn't have a lot of cheese. Like they don't have a lot of cheese in their food, in their cuisine. It's silly, I know, but I hate when I go to places and it's cheese, this and that. Like, why does every salad and side option have damn cheese in it? That's interesting because, yeah, I know a lot of trans initiated in both in Santeria, in the Kumi. Yeah, I know a lot of trans initiatives. I know a lot. Um, and I love cheese, but you don't need it on every dish. Another thing, I do not believe in soul ties and things like it because I have too much willpower and autonomy for a motherfucker to think that they're bonded to me just because.
Okay, I'm going to bed, y'all. My head is killing me, so I'm going to bed.
Asia may be on thin ice even before it arrives. Tom Foreman, CNN, Washington.
Joining me now from Los Angeles is senior European affairs commentator Dominic Thomas. Good to see you.
Thank you for having me on, John.
Okay, so here's the US Vice President JD Vance, who's speaking Sunday about Denmark and why the US wants Greenland.
Denmark, which controls Greenland, it's not doing its job and it's not being a good ally. So you have to ask yourself, how are we going to solve?
And silent.
Solve that problem, solve our own national security. If that means that we need to take more territorial interest in Greenland, that is what President Trump is going to do, because he doesn't care about what the Europeans scream at us. He cares about putting the interests of America's citizens first.
And here's the US President when he was addressing Congress, again, talking about Greenland.
We need Greenland for national security and even international security, and we're working with everybody involved to try and get it. But we need it really for international world security. And I think we're going to get it. One way or the other, we're going to get it.
One way or the other. Given that context, it seems a bit of a stretch to believe Donald Trump when he says the visit is out of friendliness. But explain why the visit is being seen by Greenland as being highly aggressive.
I think at this juncture, John, American soft power has really been put to bed, put to sleep, and that every single action taken by this president and every statement by his surrogates over the past weeks and months have been about land grabs and alienating their allies internationally. And I think it's really important, to just keep reminding everybody that Greenland has a centuries-old relationship with Denmark as a former colony, but that since 2009, it's been taking incremental steps towards self-governance. And the people of Greenland understand this as a slow, careful, methodical process, and they are not about to substitute a historic dependence on Denmark for a hierarchical relationship with the United States. And so the statements that have been made, the actions that have been taken are pure perception that this is a space, a geographic area that is at risk now.
At first, Greenland officials tried to play it all down. They tried to ignore Trump. But over the weekend, the outgoing Prime Minister reportedly said Greenlanders have tried to be diplomatic, but it simply bounces off Donald Trump and his administration in their mission to own and control Greenland. Before Trump came to office, in a situation like this, no would be no, as in Greenland would decide its own future. If it wanted to be part of the United States, if it had an invitation, it would decide if it would join the United States. Is the concern now that the old rules just simply no longer apply, that no one really knows what Trump might actually try?
And I think, John, he's testing the waters here. But what we do know is that listening and actually hearing have not been strengths of either one of his administrations. And Greenland here finds itself at a historic crossroads where it's trying to figure out what its new position on a kind of rapidly shifting and evolving global landscape might look like. What gets forgotten in all of this is that it was still a territory of Denmark. And Denmark is, with the United States, one of the founding members of NATO and has been since 1949. The idea that that land might be grabbed by one of its members and not protected is unconscionable. And when President Trump creates this false threat to that particular territory, one has to wonder who he has in mind, and that person and that individual can only be Vladimir Putin. But Putin is somebody with whom he has argued that this is somebody that can be trusted moving forward. So what is increasingly clear is that the narrative that he is constructing about Greenlanders calling for help, calling for assistance, is simply constructed to enable some kind of land grab or takeover of the resources that exist on the ground in Greenland.
Well, here's just how popular the idea of a US takeover is among Greenland.
Look at this no percentage who are against this idea. 85%. Just 6% say yes.
Yeah, it's almost within the margin of error. And Donald Trump claims to be the world's greatest everything, including salesman. Was there a more effective way for the White House to get what they wanted, access to the rare earth minerals and, the territory for defense, that kind of stuff, without, getting 56,000 Greenlanders offside?
Well, as we saw, and as we've been watching with the evolving situation in Ukraine, the conflict with Russia and those negotiations, is that he has succeeded in just the past few weeks in galvanizing Europeans and bringing a kind of almost unprecedented level of unity in Europe in terms of thinking and solving their challenges moving forward. And I think that the two are related here in terms of how he has misassessed this particular situation. I do think that the Greenland situation is to be understood in the context of some kind of peace agreement between Ukraine and Russia. That it's about testing Europe and about testing the idea of an American backstop to protect Ukraine from further incursions from Russia. And he's testing their role. When the territory of a NATO country comes under threat for the first time from one of the members from within. So ultimately, all that he is doing is listening to some micro groups and perhaps even to the party that scored 25% in their recent election that is looking for a kind of accelerated move towards independence. They're the only that want that and the only group that wants a closer association with the United States. So at this particular stage, the situation has been mishandled, and there is no real justification for why the United States should be at the front of the line in terms of accessing the resources of what will ultimately be its own sovereign territory, John.
And it's a good point to finish on, Dom. Good to see you. Thanks. Dominic Thomas there in Los Angeles. Political protests in Turkey have continued now for 6 consecutive nights, with crowds gathering again Monday. So far, more than 1,000 people have been detained, and Turkey's president is calling the protests evil and a movement of violence. CNN's Al Bashir has more.
Turmoil in Turkey. Thousands of demonstrators gathering across dozens of cities in protest against the jailing of Istanbul Mayor Ekrem İmamoğlu, only to be met by a violent crackdown by riot police, with more than 1,000 people detained in just 6 days. Also detained, İmamoğlu, considered to be the most serious political rival to Recep Tayyip Erdogan, arrested on the very same day his secular Republican People's Party nominated him as their next presidential candidate. Erdogan has been Turkey's president for over 20 years, favored by the likes of Russian President Vladimir Putin and US President Donald Trump.
I'm a big fan of the president.
And accused of pushing Turkey further towards authoritarianism. Now having his government formally charge his rival, İmamoğlu, with corruption.
A country like Turkey has a main opposition party that is too small, too primitive, and too weak in terms of foresight, vision, and quality. It has become apparent once again that they cannot be trusted to run a country, let alone local government.
İmamoğlu has denied the allegations against him, describing his arrest as a dark stain on democracy. What began with a successful attempt to strip him of his university degree, effectively barring him from running for president, has since expanded to allegations including extortion and bribery. Critics have warned that İmamoğlu's arrest could signal a dangerous shift in Turkey's already stifled democracy, with fears Erdogan may have been emboldened by backers further afield, including in the US, where President Trump has previously praised the Turkish leader's strongman tactics.
We've had a great relationship, and we will make it even better. He's a hell of a leader, and he's a tough man. He's a strong man. President Erdogan is a friend of mine. He's a guy I like, respect. I think he respects me also.
That mutual respect seemingly still strong, despite past differences. Bloomberg has reported that Erdogan is working to secure a meeting with Trump at the White House in the coming weeks, citing Turkish officials. President Trump's special envoy, Steve Witkoff, meanwhile, recently told Tucker Carlson on his podcast that the two leaders remain in close contact on regional affairs.
I think the president had a great conversation with Erdogan a couple of days ago. Really transformational, I would describe it.
Nada Bashir, CNN, London.
Still to come on CNN, anger and frustration in Caracas after the US deported alleged Venezuelan gang members. The latest on the legal fight over the 18th century wartime law, which was used by the White House. Make it happen.
We took the leap and relocated our business to the UK. There are so many advantages to growing a company there.
We combined AI technology with radiology. For us, the UK was a no-brainer.
You have access to capital, access to amazing talent, global reach.
It supports us as entrepreneurs. That gives us that strength to continue doing what we're doing.
The Department for Business and Trade has opened up so many doors in countries we've never thought we'd do business in before. We're very much at home in the UK.
Are you sitting right now? It could be harming your health. Back pain, stress, and serious health risks can build up from sitting too long. But motion changes everything. Introducing Ready Rocker with its patented Rock Perfect design that supports your spine as it helps improve posture, relieve back pain, boost circulation, and release endorphins for your overall well-being, no matter where you are. Lightweight, portable, and covered in memory foam, Ready Rocker instantly transforms any chair or space into a healthier sitting experience.
Sitting too long isn't just uncomfortable, it's unhealthy. With Ready Rocker, we make sitting a healthier experience for people of all ages.
From soothing babies to helping with posture, back pain, and stress, we discovered that rocking can truly improve lives.
Sitting is the new smoking. Sedentary lifestyle, whether you're sitting at a desk or in a vehicle all day, is not good for the body to just stay in that same position. And that's why the Ready Rocker is so effective. The rocking motion constantly keeps you active and helps you ease pain, reduces stress. It's a mood booster.
I used to be in pain all the time, but with Ready Rocker, I felt relief, and I'm in a better mood. I take it everywhere.
I can literally feel the stress being taken off my joints while rocking.
My back stopped hurting, my arthritis felt better. It's just wonderful.
Now you can join the movement that's changing lives and helping thousands find relief. Call now or go online to get 30% off your purchase. We'll even ship it for free. Plus, you'll get this bonus smart strap to secure your Ready Rocker in place or to carry it hands-free.
Ready Rocker is changing lives one rock at a time.
Now it's your turn to experience the relief for yourself.
Call 1-800-709-4614 or go to buyreadyrocker.com. That's 1-800-709-4614 or go to buyreadyrocker.com. Call now.
You push it. You try to slide it. You even try to hold them shut, but your doors just won't stay closed no matter what. Introducing Ruby Monkey Magnets. Brand new ultra-thin magnetic plates that will keep your doors and drawers shut. And now may be your last chance to get them at a low price. Just peel to reveal the super strong adhesive. Place the monkey, then the magnet, and close. Installation is that simple, and now you have a door that will stay shut. So forget drawers that won't stay closed. Every drawer stays closed. It's so fast and so easy. Even large sliding doors or cordless window blinds. Everything stays closed with Monkey Magnets. The secret is the ultra-strong industrial magnet that's powerful attraction keeps your doors and drawers securely shut. These magnets are so strong they can hold this hammer that's nearly 5 pounds. Plus they're super thin. They'll fit just about anywhere, and they stay out of sight. Even screw them in for a more permanent solution. Monkey Magnets are perfect for cabinets, dresser drawers, sliding closet doors, accordion doors, and more. They're made of ultra-durable metal, so even your outdoor problems are solved in an instant because they're corrosion and rust resistant. Use them anywhere outside the house, even on that stubborn mailbox that won't stay shut. Monkey Magnets can stick anywhere, from drywall to all types of wood frames, metal surfaces, and more. Call or go online now to get 8 sets of Monkey Magnets for only $9.99. Monkey Magnets are guaranteed to last 10 years or your money back. But wait, due to rising costs and supply chain shortages, this may be your last chance to get Monkey Magnets at this low price. There is a strict limit of 1 full house pack per order while supplies last. So order now to keep all your doors and drawers shut tight with Monkey Magnets. Call 1-800-481-7214. That's 1-800-481-7214. Call or visit at monkeymagnets.com. So call 1-800-481-7214 now.
I'm Valeria Leon in Mexico City, and this is CNN.
Venezuela, anger is growing at both the United States and El Salvador, with protests by families who believe their loved ones were swept up in a mass deportation last week of alleged Venezuelan gang members by the Trump administration. Protesters say they only know their loved ones may have been among those deported after seeing their images in reports in the news and images released by El Salvador's government. Neither El Salvador nor the United States have confirmed the names of any of the migrants in question. CNN's Taylor Plants has more now on the legal battle over the Trump administration's use of an old wartime law to make these deportations happen.
The Justice Department was in court for several hours, and the ball really shifted during this hearing. It was before the D.C. Circuit Court of Appeals over this Venezuelan migrant's flight that the court had previously said you can't use the law that Trump wants to use to take people out of the country and give them to a Salvadoran prison. The Justice Department initially argued that the courts shouldn't have any role, that this was a national security concern, and so the courts really should step away and let Donald Trump use whatever means he needs to protect the United States and take Venezuelan migrants, put them on a plane, send them out of the country. But the courts are now looking at a different question, a question about whether the men who were rounded up and were initially put on a plane and the administration wanted to put them in the country, whether they have a due process. Should they have a hearing? What type of hearing should that be before a court system? Because they say they're not from the Venezuelan gang trending around. They say that they should be able to be heard on that before a judge. And there's quite a bit of argument over that. It did get heated at times. Judge Patricia, especially, had very hard questions for the Justice Department, asking them over and over about the ability of the president just to take people out of the country or officials lower down the totem pole from the president himself. Here's a little bit more from Judge Millett speaking to Just Commentary to it.
There were plane loads of people, and it was also a plan of action. There were plane loads of people. There were no procedures in place to notify people. Nazis got better treatment under the Alien Enemy Act.
Well, Your Honor, we certainly see the Nazi analogy.
So that was a really sharp questioning from Judge Millett, but she's only one person on this panel of 3 judges at the D.C. Circuit. She's going to be weighing in. She is an Obama appointee, someone with a lot of experience in international law, who asked a lot of the questions today at the hearing. Another judge asked the questions like Justin Walker, appointed by Trump, and then the third judge on the panel, the person who would be the swing vote, conceivably here. That's Judge Karen Henderson. She's been on the D.C. Circuit for quite some time. She's a Republican appointee originally, but she asked nothing of substance today. We will tip her hand to see which way this case goes. At least at this court, of course, at the end of the day, it always will be before the Supreme Court, as the Trump administration has made clear they will appeal and appeal and appeal until they get a final result. Back to you.
The sexual assault trial that actor Jonas interview resumed in the hours ahead. After its first day, we saw lawyers sparring over the procedure. The demonstrator accused of a number of sexual assaults. The 76-year-old has consistently denied any wrongdoing.
If the accusations are founded, the plaintiffs will not be afraid to put their accusations face-to-face with a certain number of witnesses, with a layout evaluation with medical expertise. They have rejected all of them, all objective by the plaintiffs. There is only one reason for this. It's that they fear the truth.
The trial was originally scheduled for October, but was delayed because the Democrats for Health takes place with France's Me Too movement revitalized in the aftermath of the Oliver Mack trial.
I left the courtroom because I could no longer bear hearing so many lies and calumny, like the women who have been assaulted physically by the Badu. The Badu has enlisted the services of a lawyer who uses definitive methods. He lies, he lies, he lies, he slanders, he dirties women, he dirties the legal system. The Badu, the shame of France, the shame of his profession of being an actor.
Badu faces up to 5 years in prison if guilty. Well, the White House Easter egg roll may look a little different. Yeah? Coming up, full controversy, this is an egg roll. We'll break things down, sponsoring the annual.
Tracy is about to have her best day ever on the fun land. Where her sweat turns into a stomach. Her pumpkin fat insurance plan covers up to 90% of eligible vet bills in plan like braces at pumpkin.care.
The 5 Things Podcast from CNN. Get the day's top 5 stories, all in one podcast. The 5 things you need to hear in under 5 minutes. Listen wherever you get your podcasts.
Journey into one of Africa's most biodiverse ecosystems. Home to almost half of the world's remaining mountain gorillas. The gorillas are being transformed in Uganda. North Uganda Conservation Country is in Meet the conservationists should help save these apes from extinction. To create balance between wildlife and community. Everyone Kings of the Forest on Sunday on CNN.
A good reminder for airline pilots flying overseas. Don't forget your passport. The United Airlines pilot did just that, forcing a flight from Los Angeles to Shanghai to turn around over the weekend. Land later 2 hours after takeoff in San Francisco, according to the website FlightAware. The airline says it arranged for a new crew, gave passengers a meal voucher and compensation. The flight made it to Shanghai 6 hours behind schedule. Well, already the White House lawn has been used to sell Tesla cars.
Someone sort their shit. Oh shit!
Oh. Classy. All right, I'm going to bed because I'm tired. And I'm tired. All right, I'm going to bed because I'm tired. Good night. See y'all tomorrow.